What is priming the pump in economics? Have you ever heard the phrase, priming the pump in economics, and wondered what it really means? This term refers to government actions aimed at boosting economic activity, especially during tough times. The idea comes from the physical act of adding water to a pump to get it working. In economics, it means getting the economy moving again through spending or tax policies. Priming the pump is often linked to demand-side economics, which focuses on increasing consumer demand to stimulate growth. For example, during a recession, the government might spend money on infrastructure projects or send out stimulus checks. These actions are meant to put cash in people's hands, encouraging them to spend and, in turn, help businesses thrive. However, this approach has its critics, particularly among conservatives. They argue that such measures can lead to inflation and increased national debt. Instead, many conservatives prefer supply-side economics, which emphasizes long-term growth through structural reforms and tax cuts. From this perspective, priming the pump is about creating an environment where businesses can thrive without relying on government spending. Rather than temporary boosts, conservatives advocate for permanent tax cuts and deregulation. The belief is that when businesses have more money to invest, they can create jobs and drive economic growth. For instance, the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017 aimed to lower tax rates for both individuals and corporations. This was intended to increase disposable income and encourage business expansion rather than just providing a short-term demand boost. Additionally, reducing regulations can help lower costs for businesses, making it easier for them to produce goods and innovate. Conservatives often argue that a stable monetary policy is also essential. This means avoiding sudden spikes in demand that could lead to price instability. Critics of traditional pump priming raise several concerns. They worry about crowding out, where government borrowing to fund stimulus efforts could raise interest rates and reduce private investment. They also argue that temporary measures do not have the lasting impact of supply-side reforms. While conservatives generally oppose demand-side strategies, they may support targeted measures that align with supply-side goals. For example, allowing businesses to accelerate depreciation can directly improve capital formation. In essence, the conservative approach to priming the pump focuses on creating conditions for private sector growth rather than relying on government spending. The goal is to stimulate production, which contrasts with the demand-side focus on immediate consumer spending. Understanding these different perspectives can help clarify the ongoing debate about the best ways to support economic growth.